Alright, let's look at day trading the 20th, and we'll be doing that. Let's just switch here on the daily right now. So here's the 20th, quite the green day, and let's look at some of the lines. So let's go back a little bit here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to map out some lines just because of the arc of the curve. So let's pretend this doesn't exist, obviously. And we want to get a feeling for the daily. Certain levels that you think might or might not come into play. I'd probably go to the meat of those. That's a pretty good one right there. Alright, let's switch to a 4-hour. So what we're looking for is maybe meets really, semi-decent levels that caught our eye on different time frames. Now obviously let's just map out the 20th here. So right about here, this bar here is the 20th. We'll just go with this for now. So we have this range, that range there is a good one. Level there, it's pretty decent. Alright, let's break it down. 30. Now granted, this is all previous history, so we will try to hide that day. Anything, pretty good range already picked out. 15. Alright, let's begin the day. So, 1:15 a.m. When I say begin the day, I most of the time mean the New York session. So I'm looking for something in the 9:30 is really where we want to, which is probably in this range. Yeah, there it is. So we have a nice lead up there. So pre-9:30, that was our top. That almost worked, huh? And let's see, that was 9:30, but before that our bottom was here and the meat was there. We also had another level here, so I'd probably clean that up to there, stretch it across, and I would draw another line here. That range in there is going to be our bottom. Okay, let's go into a smaller time frame, 5. Let's see how this played out. So, we base here. We have an uptrend. That's kind of like our resistance. And then we hit the sweet spot. 9:30 in the morning. What happens? So we have pretty darn close to our level there. We shoot down. We stop here, right? So we have a nice downward move. We do break that level in this area here. So let's look at a 1. More or less on a wick. We the meat of our body is right about there. So let's draw another line here. So 9:29, 9:30, straight downtrend. Bam, 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 bam. We go down again. We hit the meat of our trade here. Where do we go? We go down again, we go up, and we start a breakout. So, if you're playing, what I like to do is sometimes I wait for a major move to happen. And most of the time, the major move is going to be the open. So, the open is 9:29, 9:30. Goes down again. You have an up move, pretty whippy. So, you almost have a base here, but then it breaks it again. So within 1, 2, 3 minutes, yeah, 1, 2, 3, down. So I would say it's a little tricky in here, but I would look, there's our low. So new low, high, right? So let's micro that out. I know a lot of people don't trade the 1, but I like it. Completes the smile to there, crushes it. So go back to 5. So we can see a downtrend. And we got the meat right here. Immediately pulls up to that area there. It's a little harder to see on the 1, but on the 5 it's pretty clear, and I bet it's clear on the 15 as well. Not as much. No, 5 minute was the chart for that particular move. So we can see there's our top, there's our bottom. Doesn't make a new low. We have a downward move, so we're kind of going from, say, 437 to 394. you know, we have wicks, but you have about a 40 and change point run. So looking at this, bang, bang, wick, meat of the trade here. Happens quick, but I would say if, whoops, fuck, right here is your first trade. You see it down, you see another downward move, we have a wick, we pull down, we retrace this area in here. This is where you're looking to go long. What you're looking for is you want it to fulfill the smile, so you want it to fulfill this bar here, which we get. That's your first trade. That, if it'll let me map it out, that's trade one. Once we play through this trade, we have a new high, right? We go down again. We don't quite retrace that level. We whip back up. When are we breaking? So we break it here, we break it down. Boom, boom. We start leveling out here. So we have one touch, we have another touch. Immediate move up. Those are quick. So you would have got wrecked there, right? Because you would have taken some heat. 47. Yeah, 30, 17 points. So you want nothing to do with that. But you almost want to get into a level to where your previous high becomes resistance, right? So we have our first trade here, boom. We go all the way up, we pull back. When do we break this line, or do we crash and burn? So we start in this general area. So we have an up move here, touches this line, short, 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 quick wick, goes all the way down. So now we're ranging within this area. A little bit of a sketchy area here. I would probably look, because we're not breaking this line, we're probably looking to go long. It's not giving us the best long option in this area because we're kind of wicking through it. We have our next level here, which was from our previous area, but one thing we see is we see it kind of pulling away. So right here would be the next trade. We go to a 15. So as we pull up, bam, pull down, bam, right there. We wick down very fast, but man, that's brutal, isn't it? Definitely looking to play off this base. We get it on the 15 right here, but it's such a quick whip, I doubt you would have made that trade. And we get it down. We're not breaking a new low. So as long as we don't break a new low, we're looking for some type of support, which we get in this general area here. Right? Bar, bar. There it is, all the way up. So that area in here so if you catch this area in here, or the break of this line here, which is in a smaller time frame, right? See how it goes, rolls down, bases, goes up, pulls back a bit, continuation. So you're either playing this one, or you're playing this area here, that there. because you almost see a top, but it continues up. So you're looking to go long here. It bases. I would probably get out at our next level, which we've already drawn, but that would be your next out. And now we're looking for another range. Depending on the timeline we're playing, it gives us, is this working? It gives us a little bit of a base here. We go up, we come back down, we break it. We've already got our line here. This is probably the line we want to focus on, but it is chopping, so you don't want any of this. This whole area here is just destruction. So if you get in this area where it just kind of chops up your levels, sometimes it's not a bad idea to just draw a box around that entire area. We'll call this the chop. We don't want any part of this. We want a definitive breakdown or a definitive break up. Right now, it's going upward. You can kind of see how it's just continually going up. Here's where it kind of bases again, right? So this area in here, as long as it doesn't break this, if it breaks this to the down, we might look to short, put our stop loss there. If it breaks this area to the up, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look to go long, and we're going to put our stop loss somewhere in here. So our next trade is either going to be this or this, either one. Let's say you take this area here, which would make sense. You get a little bit more of a confirmation. So there's trade 2. Or 3, I'm sorry. We have 1. Then we have this area, bang, 2. There's our third trade. Right to our next line here. You know, so you're what, 70, 80. I mean, it's beautiful. If you got out there, I wouldn't blame you. If you want to ride it up to your next level, that's a good level too. And we can see it bases. We could probably tighten that up a bit. It bases off of here. By the time we hit this area in here, though, I mean, it's pretty much, you're done. You know, it's going on 4 o'clock. You need a little bit higher account to play that. So I would say it starts off with a short. You know, so if you're playing that and you're looking for like a range to short here, but I like to let shit play out, and I think you should too. So we have a established top, a tank down. We come back into the body. It's not a bad long. Take a long there. If you get stopped out, it is what it is. Ride that up to the previous level. Get out. Now we're looking for support, which would be there, but sometimes it's a quick wick. You might miss it. So we have a base here we could go long with, or we could break this level, which we break here, right? So then we ride this up to this level here. Now we're in the chop, right? You think your base in here, it breaks again, right? So this whole area is evil, and we want a definite breakup. We get our breakup here, and then we get a little consolidation range. It does not make a new low. Here's our area to go long, and if we simply rode that out, I mean, goodness gracious, we're kind of right in here. This is our new line of support, by the way, and this is where you look to get out. So literally you have you have about 3 to 4 trades. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So had you simply gone long, paid attention to your lines, you probably would have destroyed it today. You know, you would have been ranging from 460 to 646, right? So 200 points. Multiple contracts, you do the math, you're loving life. So that is a trading day for today. So as you let it evolve, you know, these lines we drew, some of these lines were from the past, right? And we played off them. And as we play off our lines, it becomes much easier to get a gauge. When you start getting chopped up, so if you're playing that a lot, like you keep thinking you're going to go long and it keeps tagging you, stop trading. Box the entire session. Here's your highs, here's your lows. Wait for a definitive breakout. We get the breakout here. If we had it down here, maybe it goes to there, it breaks that level, we take the short. But in this case it didn't. It broke this level, gave us a pullback or a range here, we take that long, boom, and we quit. That should have been your trading day based on your past levels in history. And that, my friends, is a quick 20-minute wrap-up of today, the 20th. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed it.